Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. I didn't do my week ahead spread last week because I didn't feel great. But got a lot of sinus stuff going on. The weather's turned cold and I'm not ready for winter and it feels like it's here already. Haven't had no snow, thank God. Knock on wood. Um, but it's gotten cold. Too cold for me for this time of year. But I am doing my weekend hit spread this today. And as you know, if you've watched my channel, I always use the Light Seers Tarot. I almost didn't this week, so it may finally be getting to the point where I need to use a different deck for my week ahead spread. I just always feel called to use this one. Um, but yeah, so if you watched my channel before, I do the energy obstacle and advice for the week. And then I don't read the books when I'm reading for myself or for people. But when I do these videos, I like to give my intuitive interpretation and then read the book and see where we're at, see if they conjoin or mesh well, whatever. So yeah, so let's get into it. The first, and it's weird because I took Friday off. I have so many hours I have to use by the end of the year, or I lose them. And so I took Friday off from work. I have a funky little Halloween tarot deck at work, and I also have a obsidian crystal ball that was given to me. I have it set up as a display at work for decoration. The Halloween deck that I bought was from the Halloween store, so I randomly pull a card throughout the day there while I'm there with that deck. And so Friday, a coworker messaged me and was like, "Hey, can I pull a card?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she pulled the Lover's card. I made a joke about it, but then I got serious about it because I was out to eat with my husband, and there was some funny quip going on between us. And I'm like, I am off work. I don't want to talk to you guys. I'm just trying to enjoy my time with my husband right now. And so, but it didn't dawn on me till the next day or till yesterday because the Lover's card is my card of the year. And every time I turn around, I'm pulling that card, or someone else pulled that card. Just it didn't dawn on me until yesterday that someone else had pulled that card from my deck, and I'm like, makes perfect sense. Um, uh, and then last Friday night, I had a dream that kind of like was weird, but at the same time, there was this hidden meaning in it. And I got up at 6:30 in the morning, wrote a blog about what I felt the dream meant. I even talked about the Lover's card in it. That was before I remembered that she had pulled that card. And then I pull a card of the day every day from a different deck. And I right now working with the Oak Ash and Thorn because I just got it in the mail last week. And I pulled the Lover's card, and I'm like, seriously. I felt like this was my confirmation of all the stuff I had just written about was in fact true. And then I remembered on top of that she had pulled the Lover's card from my deck the day before at work when I wasn't even there. And I'm like, so it was crazy. So the reason why I went through all that little tangent is because this morning, because I pulled the cards ahead of time and I kind of look through them and see what the messages are, and then I do the video, and then I go from there. But the reason I said all that was because I pulled for my energy of the week the Lover's card, and this is the deck I used for my year ahead spread, and this is the card I pulled for found the card of the year in. So this is the card that has been haunting me all year. And again, it's about, to me, like what I wrote about in the blog. It's like, this isn't about a couple. It's about my relationship with myself and loving myself and, appreciating myself. And that to me has been the ongoing message all year long since I pulled this card. And every time I stop thinking about it, I pull another Lover's card. So I just find it ironic that in 3 days this card was pulled from 3 different decks. And yeah. But I do feel like that is the energy, especially with the blog I just wrote, and I had like this epiphany moment yesterday. Um, I really do feel strongly that that is the message that has been trying to get across to me all year long, is to love yourself. Um, whatever relationship you have outside of yourself, it always starts with self. This could be two aspects of yourself um, merging together in unity. And I feel that with every fiber of my being this year. Every time I turn around, I'm feeling that. I need to merge these two aspects of myself that I really want to come to the forefront, and I'm always picking and choosing which one comes out, and I need to just merge them together and just be one happy soul. So I do feel like ever since that happened yesterday, this will be the energy, maybe for a few weeks. So yeah, that's what I get out of the energy. Now the obstacle, the magician, and once again, it's the magician is all about, he's a creator. He creates his own destiny. He creates his own path. He creates his own universe. And he has all the tools to do this. And again, as the obstacle, this is again reminding me, it's a reminder, an ever reminder this year. You have all the tools. Just use them. You have all the tools at your disposal to do whatever you want, to be whoever you want, to think however you want. You just have to use them. And that could be the obstacle where I tend to forget that I have every capability to create my own destiny. And it's hard to get past that when you're in the world and out in the day to day. And you're going to work and in the grind, just trying to earn a paycheck to put food on the table. It's hard to remember that it's everything starts with you creating your destiny and your universe. And I love that. And I'm pretty sure that's been my obstacle all year long. So it makes sense to me. Then the card that has stalked me, this whole spread has been about it's like almost like a reflection of my year up to now. This card has stalked me all year long. It's the Five of Wands. I had this epiphany moment in May or June about this card, because this card is supposed to be about conflict. I've always seen the card as teamwork, thriving as a team. And then one day I pulled this card, and I've looked at this card 1,000 times because this is my favorite deck. I use it all the time. One day I looked at this card, and at first, when I first bought this deck, I saw this as total teamwork. It looks like they're helping each other, at least so one person can get up to the fire. And then one day I opened this deck and I shuffled it, and this card flew at my face. And I really sat and looked at it, and I'm like, for the first time ever, I did see conflict. But I saw conflict with different aspects of myself. And like I said, with the Magician card or the Lover's card, there's these two aspects. There's this duality that needs to happen. And I've said before, with the head and heart, even that there needs to be a balance between those two. You can't just use one and not the other. It causes imbalance in your life. And when I saw this, I'm like, wow. And I stopped pulling it for a long while after that. And then here lately, I'm pulling it again. So I think it's reminding me, as the advice, that you are in constant conflict with these 5 aspects of yourself. They need to join up and work as a team. And that's totally what I see in these cards for this week. So I've rambled on and on and on. Let's go to the book. So for the Lover's card, and I always like to read, for the energy of the week, the Shadow seer and light seer side of things, because to me, the energy could come from either direction. So that's what I'm going to do. So for the light seer side, a choice, dualities, harmony, a lover or romantic relationship, friendship, unity, choosing to allow yourself to fall in love, healthy boundaries, soulmates. Shadow seer, a break in communication, disharmony, the need to find self-love. Giving away power in a relationship, the loss of self. Too many expectations of others, manipulation, and imbalanced partnership, codependency. Wow. It says magnetism like magic is coming into your life. You are sitting on the cusp of the type of profound connection that happens when two souls are intertwined, and their entanglement forever marks their individual paths. Often this card signifies that an important choice needs to be made. Will you embrace the spiraling energy that unwinds between the two people who are beginning to connect and choose to shift into this relationship or not? Falling deeply into trust will be necessary in order to create a lasting bond and growth around vulnerability, honesty, desire, and intimacy. It's being called into the light to be healed. Totally believe that. While partnerships are beautiful, gifts on the path, you must also seek to give fully without weakening your resolve to remain whole. Remember, the self-love is the key to balancing the duality of any relationship. And I pretty much just said that. And then the quote says, my heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. And again, the lovers is all about trust. But again, the trust has to start with self as well. You have to trust yourself and your judgment. And yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So we have the Magician for card 2, or the obstacle. And I'm going to read the Shadow Seer side because it is the negative aspect of it. Shadow Seer, unseen potential, latent talent, questionable intentions, manipulation, selfishness, unfocused, or blocked creative energy. The Magician brings forth a powerful message of creation and potential. You are magic. You have everything you need to succeed. Badass manifesting energy from the cosmos. All the skills you require. They're at your fingertips. Beautiful creator, go create. Activate the magic in your veins by focusing your energy, willpower, desire, and actions. When you consciously step into your personal power and decide to shape the material world in this way, every breath in and every breath out is an opportunity to carve new meanings and new perspectives into reality. If you are unsure of your ability to create the life you desire, trust in the latent potential that resides inside you. Feeling less than inspired at this time reminds you that it's time to find your muse, find your spark, find your why. With everything you need sitting in front of you like a giant universe cauldron, what is it that you desire to bring to life? And what can you do today that will bring it one step closer to reality? And then the quote says, I can manifest the life I desire through every action. Yeah, totally get that. Totally. And then we have my stalker card of the year. If I could find the wands. And with this being the energy or the advice for the week, I'm going to read the light seer and shadow seer side because, again, you never know where the energy can come from. So for this light seer, competition, conflict, ambition, challenge, being pushed by others to excel, brainstorming, mental jousting, adrenaline and aggression, surpassing limits, dynamic energy, leveling up. Shadow seer, an opportunity to collaborate in group fighting or arguments, being overly competent, not following the rules, a tendency to avoid conflict to your detriment. A little rivalry can be a good thing. It can push us to become the very best version of ourselves and move quicker than we would if we were alone. Allow opposition and challenge to help you to evolve your methods and to push beyond self-imposed limitations. If competition becomes unhealthy and you are experiencing the shadow side of conflict or ambition, it's time to take a step back and retreat from energies that are hindering your progress. Sometimes the need to be right or personal feelings around being questioned or challenged can interfere with the ability to see your path clearly. So you may need to fly solo for a bit in order to reevaluate your options. While clashing egos can slow everything down, they can also propel success. Choose to excel. Look for healthy competitions or collaboration that inspires and motivates you. Learn from others and use competing energies as a way to enrich your experience. And then the quote says, I'll support others and they support me, and we rise together in accelerated harmony. Wow. Love it. So, yeah, that is my week ahead spread. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, I would love to hear about them in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you are alerted to any future videos. And I'll see you later. Bye.